Can I have your attention, please? We're going to start in the back. We'll need everyone to respect those that are speaking so that everyone can hear. If you don't believe your comment or question got on the yellow sheet that will be sent to the State Department, and you want to make sure that you get that comment or question answered, please just bring it to me after the meeting, and I will take those and personally make sure they get to the department. I'm Mike Wutke. I'm from the Department of It. I introduced at the start. Yes. Okay. I'm from the State Department. I'm an area supervisor helping with Southwest and South Central. I was a former superintendent of schools in Marshfield. Okay. If the table leader back in the back corner, back here, would please give us some of the main questions or comments from your table.
Voice. Is that working? All right. We'll put me on the hot spot. Here we go. The biggest concern, I really think it came down to trust. They felt like the trust was violated, wanted more say in the process, would like to see more regional meetings, or they felt like it was scooted under them, and so the trust was an issue. Another issue was money, concerned what the burdens would be on the district, wanting if we were going to do a standardized system across the board, what the financial burden would be. Dr. Sawyer broke it down into two main concerns. There's the federal connection and then the quality of the standards. Those are really the two base questions that our table came up with. Is our concern mainly about the quality of the standards, or is it about the connection to the federal government? And so those are really the biggest things that we debated. I think that there's a lot of people that truly feel the federal government is driving that train. Then the next question that we propose, if not the Common Core standards, then what standards would we like to see for our children? Also, I was concerned just maybe getting deeper into what some of the language means. When we talk about non-fictional text, what does that truly mean for kids? Am I doing okay? Who's paying for this? Like I said, is another money issue. And just the need for more connection and more parents to have say.
I like it. I like it. Yep.
And the last piece was math is here and English language arts is here, but the question was, is history and science coming? And if so, everyone wants to say that.
Standards were released a month ago.
If, to expedite things, if something has already been brought up by the previous table, you don't need to bring it up again, just the new things that come out.
Okay, our table, we had a pretty good representation. I'll quickly go through some of our questions. How did the states get involved? What will it look like in 5 to 10 years down the road? Are all schools required to participate? Why do we have standards? Why are people so upset? And I think that table kind of addressed that with the trust issue. If we have standards across the nation, will teacher pay and student support cost be standardized as well? Will the Common Core collect personal data? There was a question about, did Iowa vote Common Core out recently? And will Ohio, okay. Will federal government collect, that was the same thing, personal information.
answering the questions.
No,
You know what? I think it's
feel free to
Talk about the things they like. Okay. The commonalities among the states, that the states can share activities and resources, and this is something that we haven't had in the past. There is many free resources out there on the internet that are shared state to state, and so the cost actually for that kind of work has been reduced. Give kids more opportunity for students to be prepared for college careers, more focused in every grade level with less to cover in some of those classes.
You're making statements.
This is, what do you think? What do you like about the
This is
Common
number one. Yes. What do you like about the Common Core?
And I've got questions after that.
Let's just go to the question.
More focused in every grade level with, less to cover. Children have more opportunities to learn the mathematics. Now to the questions. Why didn't the state board address the low standards before now? How will Common Core affect the gifted advanced students? The first question that was asked is, what are the Common Core standards? What about the data collection? If Massachusetts was right here, why did they adopt? Because Massachusetts, one of the conversations was that Massachusetts had the highest standards in the nation, and that they do
They wanted the money.
rate internationally. How do you assure teachers are teaching what they are supposed to in the Common Core? And then we talked about movement of students around, and so the question was, what % of students move within the state or outside of the state? How does Common Core address students that move? Whoops. Oh, from state. Okay. Why so much professional development for the teachers? What's the roadmap that was referred to in the presentation? And what's the cost for technology for the assessments? And how will we help students who can't meet standards? What is the plan for students who don't meet those standards?
Okay, the things that we, as a table, liked about Common Core is that it's transferable across state lines. At the beginning.
Folks, let's respect her. It's hard to hear when others are talking.
This isn't an elementary school.
Beginning with the end in mind, focused on college ready, keeping success in mind, and setting higher expectations for our students. Questions we have, what specifically will be evaluated on the college prep exams? How many times a year will children be assessed? And we would like some clarity on how control over curriculum and education standards will be handled. We would like clarity on how much money the state of Missouri is receiving or has received from Race to the Top. How are the states that refused Race to the Top funding paying for education in their states? And how can parents help in their child's education without set expectations like in textbooks?
We spent a lot of time on question 2, and so we developed several questions of our own, one of which begins with, does DESE have possession of social studies and science standards? When will they be released to the public, and who wrote them? Another question is, what is the backup plan to fund the SBAC consortium if funding ceases after 2014, and how will DESE be able to finance the assessments? Why the need to collect student information data? What will be done with it now and in the future? Will it violate privacy? Where is the data assimilated? Who has access to it? What is the involvement of the chief state school officers? Who from Missouri was involved?